Welcome back to the second half of the Bobby Dupre Show, and I forgot to introduce my sidekick, Mr. Andrew Gitros.
Good morning. Today. Good morning.
Good morning, and we had I enjoyed the first half. I enjoyed reminiscing about that 57 Chevrolet and the Bordelons and the legacy that they have created for our South. To work towards being successful business people like they were. They were very aggressive business people back in those days, I'll tell you. And I'm sure there's a few of them coming up that'll be doing just as aggressive in that Bordelon family.
How about this tonight? The Boys and Girls Club, is going to reopen. You know, I talked about that last week.
Yep.
They're going to have a little kickoff celebration tonight. It's Thursday, March 22nd, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. over at their location on Laurent Street. 814 Laurent Street here in Opelousas. If you want to go on by, you can call Adrian at 322-4076. Y'all know Adrian, good musician too.
The parish president over in Lafayette Parish, Mr. Joey Durrell, was real happy to accept the Tastiest Town in the South award.
I understand they had one guy with his computer from Ducharme Lane voted 3,000 times.
Well, I didn't vote 3,000, thousands, like Clay Bertrand would say, no thousands, but I voted several times.
and they allows you to do that. They encourage you to vote
each day. You could, that's correct. And one by, like Cat Doucette would say, a landscape. Really
beat New Orleans and beat all the other cities in the country.
Yeah. Louisville or whoever was the next. Louisville was the next tastiest, but we won it by 4, and rightfully so.
Sure.
And of course that's Acadiana included in all that.
If you want high-end food, if you want low-end food, you want Cajun food, you want Creole food. Soul food, it's all here.
Any type of food, we have it right here. And thanks, that was Southern Living. Okay, and Beauchamp seniors, you said you thought you recognized this young lady.
I recognized some of those kids.
And it could be your children went to...
At St. Ignatius, and a lot of kids, once they got out of St. Ignatius, they went on to be at Beauchamp High.
We're talking about the Beauchamp seniors win a business challenge, they call it, and it was a competition sponsored by UL and BP. And they beat out all the other schools in the state.
And they were in the Future Business Leaders of America Club, the FBLA, which I was in.
Yep.
How you like that?
I remember being interviewed by Tommy DeJohn's partner,
Mike Leger.
Mike Leger, when he was either a junior or senior at Opelousas High, came by and interviewed me for a part of a program that he had.
Mike held state and national office. He was a very, very aggressive guy. That's how Mike and I got to be friends with the FBLA.
And he's still very active today. Hello to Tommy and Mike over there. And they say right here, Laney Latchley says, we don't know how much money we won yet. We know there was about $64,000 worth of scholarship dollars altogether for the first, second, and third place team. So congratulations, and it just goes to show you we're not all backwards here in the South. We got a lot of good things happening. And talking about that, there was a harmonica player called Little Walter. And they have really, I guess it was one of his anniversaries. They really have written him up some beautiful articles, and they actually had a gentleman by the name of James Cotton that came down to play his famous songs. A lot of his songs he sold for almost nothing.
Right.
And what I'm leading to is he was also known as Marion Walter Jacobs, a French-speaking Creole from Marksville, born in 1930, used his harmonica skills to work his way to Chicago, a haven for blacks seeking escape from the segregationist South. Very, very interesting. And of course, who else wrote it? This article, but my own backdoor neighbor when we were kids, Herman Fuselier.
Our music historian. If you want to know something about music in South Louisiana, Herman Fuselier is your man.
And I want to know that song that I played one song on my program, the very first Bobby Dupre show.
30, how many years ago?
36 years ago in January. I played one song. I had first program was 15 minutes, and I had Renee have one song to play it, and I got him to play it, and then I immediately went to 2 times a week, and 30 minutes the programs were, and never played another song. Only
because there wasn't time to sneak a little song in.
No,
at that
sir.
point? You had enough to say.
But anyhow, Little Walter's Legacy, right there from Marksville, Louisiana.
So if you heard the first show and you know the song, email us here at KDCG because we want to know. Try to remember what the song is.
Some of you all might remember that song.
And we're not going to give you all the details. We know some of the details about it, but we're going to leave a little bit out so that you can, if you really know it, you'll know.
Could have to take you to lunch, right? We'll take them, whoever it is.
You better hear me and Bobby at lunchtime.
What about the interim superintendent of the Department of Education here in St. Landry Parish?
Hated to see our friend Coach Donnie Perron go, but we're glad to see we got another guy in the wings that wants to take up
Tuesday night, last night,
the reins.
We taping on Wednesdays. We'd like to tell you. Joe Casimir, been in the education system all of his adult life here in our parish. So I would say he has our parish at heart, and hopefully things can move along. We have some real serious financial problems, like most other cities, parishes, and school boards have across the country.
What I thought was good was his opening statement about coming together. And evidently some of the board members have taken it to heart because some of the proposals they had been trying to get passed that weren't getting passed before, the people are voting for it now.
Almost unanimously.
So he's finding a way to bridge that gap. So good luck. I hope it works. United Way has asked everybody, you've been seeing all the flooding going on with all this rain we've been having. Due to the March 12th floods, plenty of St. Landry Parish residents need what they call cleanup kits, okay? You can help by going to the St. Landry Evangeline United Way on 311 Vine Street. They need your help. Call 942-7815. But some of the items you can drop off are brooms and mops, household buckets, large and small trash bags, rubber gloves and face masks, sponges, scrub brushes, and Clorox cleanup, not Clorox bleach, Clorox cleanup. It's a special disinfectant that retards any kind of mold growth or anything like that. Give them a hand, help them out. Thanks, Ms. Roseanne Mitchell, for sending me that.
These driving school open for business. Now, I'm bringing this. I don't know Mr. David Fultz. However, I'm bringing this to you because I think one of the areas where the school board has agreed to reduce some of their spending is the summer driver ed program. I think that might be cut this year. I think that's one of the items.
They're looking everywhere.
They're looking in all the corners, but Mr. David Fultz, D's Driving School, is open for business, and he's shown here with his first graduates of the first class.
Mr. Boudreau, I believe.
Yeah, Colby. Go ahead. I hadn't recognized him. And then, of course, Mr. David is also one of his first graduating students is his own wife. She had to take the course because she wants to study to become licensed as an instructor, so they're going to both be, and it's not easy to find these people. So D's Driving School, let me give you the telephone number. It's an Opelousas cell number, I would imagine, 337-277-6393. Easy to remember, 277-6393.
It pays for itself just in your insurance savings.
Well, no, you have to have it.
You have to have it now.
You have to have it. It's the law.
The law.
The law.
All right, I got to get a bunch of sponsors in because we're way behind. Dixie Storage, all your storage needs, personal and commercial locations throughout St. Landry Parish. Railroad spur access if you need the huge stuff that gets off of railroad trucks. Little bitty stuff, you just put in a little bit of furniture, a little bit of your stuff while your new home is being built. Dixie Storage can help you with locations in Port Barre, Opelousas, and Washington. They got plenty of warehouse storage available in climate-controlled areas as well. And we've got a nice little event center in Port Barre available for rent. And we've got Dr. Kerry Thibodeau. When you go see your doctor says it's time for some surgery, you have a choice as to which surgeon you choose. Ask for Dr. Kerry Thibodeau. He's a board-certified general surgeon. He specializes in wound care. That's like repairing problems from a prior surgery. Perhaps you've had diabetic-type issues where you're not healing very well from that. He can help you with that, from everything from grafts to just hyperbaric-type treatments, all all type of treatment for wound care and vascular surgery. A lot of people think of that as far as like the varicose veins or any type of circulatory type problems. Call Dr. Kerry Thibodeau at the Opelousas General Health System.
And don't forget, Dr. Thibodeau and his friends are having the Rabbit Cook-Off fundraiser this weekend at Willis Campground. It was
Saturday all day.
All day long.
Stuff for adults, stuff for kids, fun jumps, and I think they even have a BB gun
BB gun
contest.
contest, everybody has fun. And then don't forget this coming Monday, the sheriff is finally getting, he was set off 2 weeks late also because of the rains. I don't think they're predicting rains for this coming Monday, hopefully not. And that's going to be the Cops and Kids fundraiser, a golf tournament to be held over at Indian Hills Country Club. And
pay for the camp to help kids out.
help the kids out. And that reminds me that on April the 20th, starting on the Friday, they're going to have flights and pairing and all of that along with the Calcuttas. But Saturday and Sunday, they're going to be holding a golf tournament.
That's the St. Jude's one.
That's correct, St. Jude's, and that's put on by Indian Hills Country Club to benefit St. Jude's. They really do a real good job there.
Get your clubs ready.
And let me tell you, I had...
You'll have to charge up your cart and your clubs.
Yep, that's correct. I really charge them up to get them going. But on last week, we spoke about the crawfish at the Putt House.
Yeah, you
At
got to
Indian
go?
Hills Country Club. Last Thursday night, Kelly, Megan, and I went, and let me tell you, if you want some good medium size, deliciously seasoned, full, easy to peel, good, real nice setting. They clean that little outdoor, I say clean, it's well decorated, nice, big, comfortable, long tables and everything. Nice group of people coming in, picking up to go and sitting down and eating them. And I can certainly recommend them.
I got the envie.
You got the envie. Well, let me tell you, they'll get rid of that envie, and that's Dean and Leanne Balera, and of course Leanne is Lee and Shirley's young daughter, and Lee and Shirley own the club along with their family.
Steamboat Warehouse. Get mom away from the smell of her own cooking. Go down to Washington, Louisiana. Go see chef owner Jason Hugay, and let me tell you, the food there, second to none. Stuffed filet of catfish. They've got the shrimp Betsy, the crawfish palmetto, the crawfish etouffee. Remember, you can add crawfish etouffee to any dish for only $4.95 more. Why not bring your friends and family out? Go to Steamboat and great wine selection. And we've got, who else? Let's hit Washington State Bank. All your banking needs, Washington State Bank. They're open 24 hours a day. Did you know that? The bank's open 24 hours a day because they have online services, which means you can go in the bank, get things done. You go home, realize, I want to transfer some money around, I want to pay these bills. Get on your computer and do all that kind of good stuff. Check that your check's cleared. I wonder, did that check clear yet? Let me check. Click, click. It's all there for you. Easy to do, easy to handle. Go by Washington State Bank, and they got plenty of brand new springtime. The cherry blossoms are blooming. The money's blooming right now. There's plenty of fresh money to loan you at Washington State Bank.
The Louisiana Review, which is a horseman's booklet, they had a real positive article calling it a team effort. And they're speaking of Whispering Oaks Farm, which is owned by Mr. Carol Castile and his family, and Circle H Farm, which is owned by Don Hogruder, originally from Opelousas, I might add, and his family have created the Louisiana Stallion stations. Both of these very successful local businessmen, Acadiana businessmen, got together and realized that if they put their stallions all in one place, then they could have a
KSLO, see another side of 3.
They could have a professional veterinary team that would be very close to their operation.
Pool your resources and make the whole thing bigger.
And make the whole thing bigger. And so that, I think, is a good idea with two successful. I might add that must have been last Thursday, I put in another claim for another horse at the fairgrounds with my trainer, recommended, by the way, not something I recommended.
So we got another horse?
We got another horse, and on Friday, 2 weeks ago, the horse I had claimed in January, Storm in the Lake, ran a real beautiful second, didn't win, and the horse that I claimed last week also ran second. Now, you want them to run second